What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hamza from Ather Gaming, and today guys I'm coming to you with a brand new deck profile and a combo tutorial mixed and mashed into one. But again guys, before we get into that guys, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, and make sure you guys subscribe. And then I want to give one final shout out to our newest Patreon guys. I want you to all give a huge round of applause for Alexander Kim. Huge shout out to him. If you guys want to check out what he's doing and how he's taking advantage of the great opportunities that we offer over at Patreon, make sure you guys click the link down below so you guys can find out how to take advantage just like Alex is. But anyways guys, enough talking, let's get straight into this deck profile. Alright guys, so starting off with the deck profile, as you guys can see here, of course we are going to be playing three of the best card in the deck. You can argue with me if you want, I guess it's whatever, don't even argue with me, I lied. We're playing Triple Lopter, Shadow of the Generator Bosses. Now he's the newest card we got in Eternity Code. He's an ultra rare guys, and this is like super confusing as to why this deck or this card just isn't even being more hyped up. This card's like what, like $4, maybe even less. Like this card is so insane. Okay, again, every single generator card has the limitation where it's like you can only control one of these guys. But basically, Lopter's effect is all generator monsters you control gain 1000 attack and defense during your opponent's turn only, and then during the main phase quick effect, you contribute one generator monster. So not just himself, you contribute any generator monster, and then you can lone fire blossom out another generator monster from your deck. And this is really good and super important in what it actually provides, just because he's like the heart and soul of the deck, because he's like, you know, the lone fire blossom of the deck. You summon Lopter, you do whatever your shenanigans, and then you start special summoning during your opponent's turn, start setting up disruptions, and just start killing your opponent for the most part. So Lopter is really good. And again, I feel like this card is like, if you literally read this card and what he provides to its deck, like it's in archetype, it's like insane, right? You have attack boost, protection, so basically he's 2500 during your opponent's turn. Not only that, he can lone fire tribute any generator monster. So that's important to note because you can actually tribute generator tokens, right? Okay, so now, you know, the gears are turning. But anyways, moving on, we are going to be playing two Har Generator Boss of the Storm. I don't remember if Har was the one we just got or if the other girl was, but I think it's Har. Essentially what Har is if your opponent adds a card from the deck to their hand except during the draw phase, he has a similar effect to Master Darkwa, where you can make your opponent send one monster card from their hand to the graveyard. In this current metagame, sending monsters to the graveyard isn't that good, but at the end of the day, it's still a way to get cards out of your opponent's hand to sort of like stun them, and then you can kind of understand what to do. And then of course during your opponent's turn, the quick effect is you can tribute two generator monsters and or spellcaster monsters. Negate the activation if you do destroy that card, so when your opponent activates a card or effect. So Har is really good in what he provides. And again, if you have Lopter, he's a 4k beater, and if you don't have Lopter, he's just a naturally 3k beater, and he's really, I mean, he's just a good card, right? And generic negate and hand rip, so there is like, you know, there's potential here. And yeah, so that's it for Har. Then moving on to Har, we play Hela. So we play the one Hela. Hela's effect is like super unique to, I guess, like its archetype as well as to like the zombie deck as well, because Hela says you can tribute one generator monster or one zombie monster and then target one in your graveyard with like a different name of a tributed monster and like reborn it in defense edition. So she's kind of like your recursion play if you've already gone through to the deck. She helps with grind games as well. She is a really good card in what she provides as well, and I think that Hela is actually really good. I decided to play two. I know most decks, like I think they play like two or like 0 if anything, but personally I just feel like 2 is really good. I like each and every one of the generator bosses because I feel like the utility that they provide is really good, and like the metagame being able to like decide what you want, how you want it. Like boss stage is like probably like insane. This card technically a generator like sees more representation, it could potentially be banned like boss stage. Anyways, now we play the 2 Mardell. I know decks play 1 Mardell. I just personally decided to play 2 Mardell because I want to be able to play during my opponent's turn and during my turn. And there's another way on how you get boss stage or like your boss battle and like your other spell card. I don't remember the name. Mardell basically says is if this card's normal special summon, add one generator card or one plat monster from your deck to the hand, and then it's like you can only use one each per turn. Now Mardell doesn't really do anything during our opponent's turn, which is like that's why people, I could see why they play that one. But again, like she's kind of like really important for you to have because you want to be able to Lopter her turn 1. And Mardell, like, you know, provides a lot of resource management, and again she is really strong. And her being light is kind of important, so you can get like another attribute out. So that's why I feel like running different attributes is really important in this deck. And again, like, I mean, 2 Mardell is 2 Mardell. Like, you can up this card to 3, but again, you don't want to clog with too many 9s in your hand, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's it for the 2 Mardells. And then I'm moving on to the 1 Nidhogg. So I do prefer to play Nidhogg just because I like the utility Nidhogg provides. You can tribute 1 generator monster and then negate the summon, and destroyed, so kind of like a laggy effect apart from like the whole spell trap negation and yeah, spell trap negation. But I do like Nidhogg because he does prevent summons, so like for like odd scenarios where like you know what's in your opponent's hand and you know that you only lose to one specific card, you can drop Nidhogg and stop your opponent from playing the game. So I do think that Nidhogg is really good in what he provides. And then we played the one Utgard Generator boss of Delusion or Desolation. I always call it Desolation, but I know it's Delusion, sorry guys, or whatever. But yeah, basically he says you can only control one, and then quick effect you can tribute 2 Generator monsters and or rock monsters, target 1 card and field banish. So quick effect banish is really good. You can up this card to 2 if you want, like cut down Nidhogg or cut down Mardell or cut down Hela, but personally speaking, I feel like 1 Utgard is good enough as is, and I personally feel like this card is really good because like the disruption it provides if cards like you know, Hela or Mardell are like unavailable, or if you already just have access to Utgard. And then we play 2 Trias whatever the card is, Heracross. I'm gonna call it Trias Heracross. This card my little brother actually told me about, so I can't take full credit for this. Basically my little brother was showing me it. It's a level 9 light fairy monster. During the main phase, this card's in your hand or graveyard. Quick effect, you contribute up to 3 fairy monsters, special summon her, and then you can apply the following effects in sequence, right? So she has the 2 effects. So if you tribute 2, you can destroy 1 card your opponent controls non-targeting. If you tribute 3, you can draw 2 cards and then destroy 1 card your opponent controls. So Trias is really good, and I'll show you guys in the combo how you can actually abuse this card to actually stun your opponent and actually have like insane follow-up play in the next turn. And this card is like, man, this card is super insane. Like I absolutely love this card. But then that's it for like the main deck monsters. I know what you guys are thinking, like a bunch of level 9s, non-normal summonable monsters, like it's really weird. But trust me guys, like this deck is so insane in what it does. But then moving on to hand traps, of course, we play triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Like Ash is just, you know, stops your opponent from playing the game. Generic like type coverage because of what Ash Blossom provides, because of their versatility. And yeah, obviously if you're gonna play a hand trap, you're gonna want to play Ash Blossom. And I decided to play 3 Gamma and 1 Driver because you have cards like Lopter, you have cards like Pot of Extravagance, Terraforming, Boss Stage. You have all sorts of cards like these that like help, you know, like not have monsters on board and you need them to resolve, so Gamma helps you provide with it. And yeah, so I do play the Gamma package in my deck. Then moving on, we play the triple Pot of Extravagance because you want to be able to draw. Now I'll show you guys in the side deck another card that you guys can play instead of Extravagance, and why I personally feel like Extravagance better is just because like it's a generic draw 2. You know, you don't really banish because you never summon monsters from your extra deck apart from VFD and this other card that I'll tell you guys later. But yeah, Extravagance is like you just need consistent draw power. You guys can play like quad dualities and like whatever, but I don't recommend it. Then moving on, I play triple Call by the Grave. I mean, it's Call by the Grave. You want your combo quote unquote to resolve as much as possible. Then we play 3 Generator boss cards. Basically what he says is you can reveal 1 Generator monster from your hand. And if you do, you can add up to 2 Generator spell trap or different names from each other into your deck to your hand, and then you take the revealed monster you put at the bottom of your deck. So this is pretty good actually, because like if you draw like a bricky level 9, you can use this, put the level 9 back, and just add like 2 Generator cards. So you add like boss stage and you add like your boss fight. So it is really good. I don't know. No, you can't really add boss quests, yeah, but you can just add the field spell, so it doesn't really matter. Again, there are more ways to get your field spell with Generator boss stage. This card is like absolutely insane. Now I want you guys to take into perspective, right? If you read this card's effect and you see what it does, if this card was in a meta relevant deck, this card would be banned for sure, or even at 1, right? If you think about the generators themselves, if they did not have certain specific restrictions on them, this deck would be tier 1, this deck would be seeing bans. In a slower format, I could see generators actually taking a lot of top cut representation. So this is why I feel like even if you guys don't have these cards, make sure you guys pick up these cards right now while they're low, or else it's going to bite you in the butt. But then moving on, we played the 1 Terraforming. Then of course we play double, where like your monstrosity, not 3. You can play 3, but for the most part, like you don't really have level 9s on your field turn 1. So this is why I feel like it's a better turn 2 play. So that's why I play 2. World Legacy Monstrosity. Target 1 level 9 monster, special summon 2 with like different types, and then you can special summon 1 from your hand. But then again, like whatever. Then we played triple Generator boss fight. So this card essentially is like metaverse for the deck. Basically you activate it and then your opponent draws a card. So when your opponent draws a card, it'll actually trigger boss stage. So like you activate boss stage, your opponent draws a card, and then boss stage will trigger to summon like your monsters. Now you have disruption. It's really cheeky end phase play where like you activate this, you grab this, make your opponent draw a card. This card will trigger if you don't have it already. Summon Utgard, then Utgard will like banish 2 and like, you know what I mean, pop 2, banish 2. So it is really cheeky. Then we play the double trap trick to our Generator boss fight. So if we didn't have ways of getting to our boss stage, we already have now. So like if you guys think about it, I'll break down like this. We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Essentially we have 12 field spells in this deck, and like this is why I feel like this deck is super uber consistent. But yeah, now we're just gonna quickly get on to like other tech choices you guys can play. So we can't play the invoke variant. I have an invoke deck file coming out tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. It's pretty nutty what it can do. It can like Macabre VFD turn 1 off like 2 cards, so it's really, really good. And then we play again, you can play Condemned Witch. I did see a lot of lists playing Condemned Witch, and I feel like this is really, really good. I'm not advised because you can add like whatever, and fairy monster that gives you like another normal summon. But like I don't really know how I feel about it. You can play the Girasu Mech Knight with the World Legacy World Armor. So if you guys don't know what this does, I'm sure you guys do though if you're Generator fans. It is like the one card like hold like VFD, like the loop thing or whatever. So I mean Girasu is good, but again, like I don't really want to play non-generator cards in my deck because I feel pride in playing pure generators and winning the game. Apart from like my hand traps and like the Trias card, but whatever. Then you can play Lone Fire. Lone Fire can get you into Mardell. Mardell can get you into your Generator boss stage. Boss stage lets you play during opponent's turn, so it's really good. And then this is the card I was talking about. You can play Kujikiri Curse as well instead of Pot of Extravagance, because like, you know, if you want your extra deck or you're playing some sort of extra deck build, then you can play Kujikiri Curse. But like I said before, it doesn't really matter. And I will show you guys tomorrow my invoke generator deck profile. But yeah, moving on to the extra deck really quickly. Since we're playing Extravagance deck, we're playing multiples of these cards. So we're playing 2 Infinitrack Earth Slicer. This card is 2 level 9 monsters. When he destroys, you can attach one. Detach any number of materials on this card, then target that many cards and destroy them. And then like obviously you can't really use the link effect. Really, really good. And then you play 2 Yormonger, or sorry if I'm butchering that name, I don't mean to be racist. We're playing 2. Here, I'll try. You're playing 2 Yormingander, Yormingander, Generator Boss of Eternity. Sorry about that. Basically, he's like not that good to be honest. Like you draw one and then you can attach one, but he does trigger boss stage, which is kind of good. But apart from that, you can kind of cut this card to 1 and just up this. Or you can up Ender Blather. Again, field removal, banishment card your opponent controls. Random card your opponent's hand, like top of your deck and from graveyard. So Ender Blather's not that bad. Again, the Heart and Soul deck, which is true king of all calamities. If you guys don't know what he does, basically tells your opponent, no, you look at your opponent, you say, VFD effect, is that okay? Okay, no. Now pass your turn so I can kill you because I have big booty monsters. Boral Sword. Honestly, I didn't know what to put here. Maybe like more Phoenixes, more maybe your unicorns. I just was like, whatever. I'll just put 2 Boral Swords in and see what happens. You can play Appaloosa, but I just feel like summoning Boral Sword and just poking your opponent until you have game is pretty funny. The One Nightmare Phoenix, and you guys saw right here, we're playing triple Bujinki Ahashima. Now this card says 2 monsters with the same level and cannot be used as a link material, but that's fine. If this card is link summoned, you can special summon 2 monsters with the same level, 1 from your hand and 1 from your graveyard, and immediately perform an XYZ summon. So I think this card is actually pretty good in what it provides, because if you have like 2 9s, you just like link this guy off and link something else off into Bujinki Akashima, and then Akashima will trigger to like summon and summon, then overlay again, and now you have like a free VFD. So it is follow-up play as well, and that's why I feel like this deck is really, really good. And this card is actually pretty underrated, and it personally speaking. But anyways, yeah, that's it for the deck file, guys. Now let's quickly get into a combo. Alright guys, so now I'm coming to you guys with like a combo that the Generator deck provides. Again, it's not really that combo oriented, but it does have like super cute interactions that you guys can have in the deck, and I'm just gonna show you guys one interaction. If you guys want to see more, make sure you guys like comment down below. Make sure you guys check out the Patreon where I can literally upload them like literally in 1 second if you guys even want me to. But yeah, anyways guys, we're gonna quickly get into the combo. So right here you see I'm gonna go ahead and normal summon a Lopter. Now use Lopter's effect to tribute him to special summon Har, Generator Boss of the Storms. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use Monstrosity to target Har. And now this is going to summon out our 2 monsters. Essentially what Monstrosity says is target 1 level 9 monster you control. Plus them from your deck 2 level 9 monsters, each with a different original type and attribute from that face-up monster, and with different names from each other, right? But they don't have to have different attributes and types from each other. They just have to have different names from each other, right? This is why I summon Har, who is a spellcaster and a dark. And now this lets me summon a Mardell, who's our light and a plant, and our Trias, who's a light and a fairy, right? But now basically this is going to trigger Mardell's effect on summon. So now Mardell's going to go ahead and add our Generator boss stage like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate boss stage. Then we're going to overlay our 2 monsters into our VFD like that. And now basically what's going to happen is like, you know, we're just going to cycle through the phases. During our end phase, nothing can happen. Now during our opponent's draw phase, this is going to trigger our boss stage. Boss stage is going to go ahead and summon out another Lopter. And now this is going to trigger our thing to summon our 2 tokens, right? And then of course we're going to like VFD and we're going to detach Trias, okay? Now essentially what you guys have here is we have VFD, which is basically stopping our opponent from playing the game, right? On top of that, we have a Lopter, which is like a quick effect. It can summon anything we want during our opponent's turn. So you like to be honest, for the most part, if you're playing against like a combo deck, they're probably gonna like set Call by the Graves and whatever and pass. So this gives you the opportunity to like use Lopter effect, tribute himself, summon Utgard, pop 2, banish 1, you know what I mean? But then also you have a Trias in graveyard, and Trias can trigger by popping 3 fairy monsters. And basically what she says is you can spell summon yourself, then you can draw 2 cards and then pop 1 card. So this is why I think that Trias is actually pretty good right here, because Trias effect will trigger, you tribute all 3 of these guys, summon a card. But and also, sorry, I have a lot to say. Basically what Lopter does is you'll tribute Lopter, summon Mardell. Mardell will trigger to like, you know, add a card. Then use Trias' effect to pop these 3 to summon Trias, draw 2 cards and pop a card. Right? So now it's really, really good. Anyways, guys, if you guys want to see more comment tutorials, deck profiles, make sure you guys comment down what you guys want to see next. Of course, this is Hamza, and like I always say, guys, keep on shining and never give up on your dreams. Peace.